Hey everybody, this is Steve Moore, owner of Run More, a brick and mortar running store in Carroll County, Maryland. Thank you so much for checking out our video. If you enjoy our videos, go ahead and like and subscribe and all that good jazz. And if you're interested in purchasing one of the new shoes that we're showing today, feel free to click over our website at letsrunmore.com. Enter the promo code RUNMORE and you'll save 10% and get free shipping on anything on our site. So let's dive into a new shoe from Hoka that just came out this week. It is the new Gaviota 2. So I've been a Hoka dealer since 2014. So I've seen a bunch of different iterations of Hoka come along the way. This is a really exciting shoe. I've liked this shoe for a long time because most of the Hoka shoes that they carry are all all neutral. So it's nice to have a couple shoes in that stable family. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you sort of what we're looking at, what we're talking about with Hoka specifically in their stable and their more stable platform shoes. So first off, here's the new Gaviota. As you can see, first off, it has this interesting pattern on the bottom. So what I wanted to show you was the differences between some of the Hoka shoes and what that pattern means and what you're looking for when you're looking at a specific Hoka. So I thought first off we start with the Hoka Bondi, which is their big neutral cushion shoe. We sell it. It's a fantastic shoe. But when you're looking at the bottom, you don't see this big frame here. What this is their J frame. And they carry it in only two models. They carry it in the Gaviota and they carry it in the Hoka Arahi. And so even at just the Hoka Arahi versus the Gaviota, you can see the differences in how much space we're taking up on this big J. So what this big J is on the bottom of their two stability models, it's a different level of density and bounce that you can get in that shoe. So again, if we're talking about somebody who maybe needs a little bit more arch support, who may roll in to the medial side, may need a little bit more help, that extra density is going to help push you back out and roll you across from heel to toe. And if you're familiar with Hoka, that's their big thing, right? It's getting you from heel to toe in that nice Hoka roll that we've been talking about. I will tell you the one big thing on the Gaviota, and you can feel it in the Arahi as well, is they don't have quite as much roll to it as you may be accustomed to with something like a Clifton or a Bondi. They do have some nice roll and they do have some nice bounce to it, but it's definitely more of a stable shoe. It is their most stable shoe, so it doesn't have that same feel. So if you're looking for that really fast heel to toe fly off that you may have been accustomed to in a Clifton or a Bondi and that you're looking to make a try into something into a more of a stable platform like the Gaviota, just know it's not quite there. It is a little bit more so than you'll find in some other shoes that are stable, but not so much compared to some of the other models. One nice thing with the Hoka Gaviota 2 that we're going to see compared to the first model is it's still very light for a shoe that's got a lot of stability to it. Most of the times you're talking about a shoe, a stable shoe that's got a lot of posting and a lot of hard plastic into it. It's a beefy shoe. The Hoka shoe still feels like a Hoka shoe, and even with the new changes that they made on the shoe, it's still a light shoe. On the men's shoe, we went from 10.5 to 10.6. On the female, we went from 8.5 to 8.6. So nothing too crazy. 8.5 to 8.6. Nothing too crazy here as far as the weight change on the shoe. And compare that to other shoes in that category, you're a good ounce to 2 ounces lighter than anything across the board there. The big thing that I noticed right away changing on when I put it on, and we've been seeing a lot of shoes that have been coming out lately, is going to a much more airy mesh that is much more expandable. I love putting on an old model shoe. This was the Hoka Gaviota 1, and this is the Hoka Gaviota 2. I've been walking around all day with one on one foot, one on the other, hopping on the treadmill, doing a couple different things because I hadn't put this shoe on in a while, and it was a good reminder, especially having a new one on my foot, to do a side-by-side comparison. My goodness, first off, it feels so much more wide on the new one. I was kind of joking. I had to take off the Gaviota 1 after a few minutes and give myself a break before putting it back on because it just felt, this old material felt so constricting. It didn't have any give. You can kind of squeeze it and there's just nothing there. The new one with this nice mesh upper definitely is more breathable. It definitely has a little stretch to it, and just putting it in that initial step-in feel that we're all looking for, it immediately feels good on your foot. Standing around, walking in the shoe, it has that nice little bit of a roll to it, and you can feel a lot of the stability in the heel when you're kind of putting your weight on it. You can kind of feel that you're not squishing down on it so much as you do in like a Clifton or a Bondi. So you can kind of feel that you feel stable there. One thing I like about this shoe, it doesn't just address the medial side of stability. As you can see with that J frame, it wraps around to the outer side of the shoe. So if you are somebody that does do a little bit of underpronating, a little bit of supination, it is going to give you just a little bit of roll back in. It's got that left side to counter you if you do roll to the inside to keep you in the middle, and a little bit on the outside. So outside in, inside out, it's going to keep you to more of a nice neutral feel as you're running through it. The first iteration of the shoe, I would say that half of our sales are probably to walkers because it is a nice wide shoe anyway. It was great for somebody who maybe was just getting back into it, maybe a little bit heavier on their feet, and couldn't get away with the amount of structure and the Arahi, so they needed something a little bit beefier. So this shoe was a great category a great shoe for somebody who was doing that like heel toe walking, that needed that inside stability, maybe had some plantar fasciitis and needed a little more arch support. And I think this shoe's gonna be much even better, because even though the weight doesn't feel that much different, the fact that it feels so much more lighter and airier makes me want to go run it. I never would have felt like I would go want to run in this shoe, even though the new one doesn't feel all that much different as far as the weight to it. Just the structure and the fit feels like I could totally go and run in this shoe right now. And this wouldn't have been a shoe that I would have put on myself in years past. The new ones are also available in a bunch of different colors, and they have a couple of widths. So they do make a version that is wide, and then they make versions that are normal width as well. So if you're interested in this shoe, feel free to go through our website, letsrunmore.com, go to the store, enter promo code RUNMORE and save 10%, get free shipping. If you tried the previous model, or if you have a question, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to it the best of I can. And I appreciate you guys watching and shopping local at Run More. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon with some more reviews at Run More. Thanks.